Hello, welcome to M1ND class, you little sugar plum fairies. Today our theme is the Nutcracker. Do not be worried, we will only start with the first section that is very ballet-ish. So if you were a dancer, you're going to have the advantage on all of us. And if you were not a dancer, not ballet, love to tap, but then, you know, we'll just get along just fine. We're going to do this today. So all that you're going to need is your mat, your body, space spread out, music if you'd like. I've got something soft in the background, you probably can't hear it. I would suggest playing something soft as well. If you're looking for music for this class, by the way, I can share a playlist with you from iTunes, just let me know, okay? I have a couple that would probably work, but if you just Google yoga music or meditation music, you should be able to pull something up, okay? So let's go ahead and begin. I'm gonna start our clock and we'll warm up. We're gonna go through a mobility at the start, which is just going to be standing poses and movements, and then very ballet-esque, that's our Nutcracker part. Then we're going to head to some standing and some floor work, and then during our flexibility, our third block of the class, it's going to be on the floor, okay? So, and that will be our stretching and everything. But when we go into the middle block, I should say this, it's a lot of core work, FYI. Tomorrow during lift class, it's going to be a core-centric class, so a lot of core work, you're welcome. And I know that as we head into the holidays, especially, and end the year, you guys are like, more core work, more core work. So I'm giving what you want. All right, let's go ahead and start. On the center of our mats, we're going to slightly turn out our toes. Is in this first position, I think, I don't know, close to it, right? Arms are gonna come and frame our bodies. We're gonna take one arm up, down, out and back, and then do the same thing with the other arm. Up, down, out, back. We're alternating, lifting through our shoulders. Sorry, I should say lifting through our arms to work our shoulder joint. Open your chest. Think about reaching up and opening up the muscles that are in the front of the body that we use for push-ups and planks. All that lovely work, even when we're doing burpees, which I just got done doing for my workout here at home. I'm warm, very, very warm, so I'm excited to stretch with you right now. So an idea for you, maybe, if you missed class yesterday, you typically miss Monday's classes, maybe push play on a little bit of Monday's class before you join M1ND class, get nice and warm. All right, come out to T-arms. Try to make them look graceful, right? Try to. We're going to hinge forward like a forward fold, dive down like a swan, and then rise back up. Take your bow. You can even do this if you wanted to, right? Play the role, play the part. Bow down, rise up. So stretch the back of the legs, proud chest, flat back, long neutral spine. You want it to be straight. Okay, when I say neutral, I should say neutral neck. So your neck isn't looking up, it's not looking down, it's not tucked, it's neutral, okay? Tailbone sticks out behind you as you fold forward. Now I fixed my feet so that they're not in a V. Toes are forward now. You can choose how you want to put your feet. You'll get a different stretch depending on how they're turned, FYI. All right, and then let's just go ahead and take a nice bigger stance. We're gonna torso rotate. Arms are starting to feel warm because we've been holding them out here. Gravity is taking over, isn't it? At least my shoulders are feeling it. So if you need to relax for a second, relax, then take them back out. It's like a big hug. You're getting ready to give a big hug and you're turning. Oh, hi there. Oh, hi there. I haven't seen you in a long time. I can give you a hug. That's how I feel about some of you. I don't see you anymore. I miss you in person. Rotating through your spine, lifting your heel, turning at your hips. And release my shoulders. Whew. Got about 9 seconds left and the arms are coming back up again, just FYI, okay? If you need to release them for a second, release them. And then we're gonna come up in an owl position, toes forward. We're gonna side bend, switch, side bend, switch. Dun, 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 dun. That's my Nutcracker music for you. Think about you're in the performance right now. Now it's going to be stuck in your head all day, isn't it? Oh, shoulders are nice and warm. We don't even have weights in our hands. I did not put my leg warmers on today, did you? We'll do this again next week, so if you want to play the part and dress up next week, put on your ballet leotard, your tutu, your leg warmers, you are more than welcome to. I don't have any of those things. Okay, I'm always looking for a leotard, but I can never find one. And I don't want to pay a lot for one to wear like for Halloween and Christmas. Okay, now we go into first position. We're going to take a little plie squat to toes. So little, you hear my bones are creaking, I apologize, it is what it is. So little squat to your toes, little, okay? We're staying high, your toes. So working through our ankles, our knees, our hips, and our shoulders still. All of the joints. When you think mobility, think about the range of motion that your joints can move through, okay? When you think flexibility, it's how your muscles stretch, okay? And stability, which is our middle section, is about your core strength, stabilizing, balancing, okay? We're gonna do the same thing, but go deeper. Can you? Come down a little deeper, and then rise up. So your knees are going to knob out. I actually pick up my heels. I don't know if you're supposed to or not. Let me see if I can do it with my heels down. Ugh, it's harder. It means I have tight calves and tight hamstrings. So plie down like a frog. And listen, if you can't go down that far, don't sacrifice your knees or your ankles for the sake of this mobility here, but continue to work on it. If you do have any knee issues though, you can also come out a little bit wider. That will help, okay? We won't be, making the Nutcracker because we're not in correct position when we audition, but it'll be okay. All right, we're gonna go into passe, which is also known as tree. We're just lifting up a foot, tapping your calf. If you're really able to, come up to your thigh. Remember, I always say not the knee. Open your hip, open your knee to the side wall. Standing tall, core tight, shoulders stacked over your hips. Don't forget about your posture. Maybe take your toe to your calf, and then you're not affecting your knee, but you're coming up a little bit higher. All right. 3, 2, 1. We're going to take our we're going to take our hands on our hips, and we're going to take our right leg, and we're going to lift front, a little attitude lift, and then take the other leg. So we're going to balance on one leg a little bit, and we're going to use our hip to open, a little attitude lift to the front. Lift. This should engage our inner thighs, our hip flexors, and our core is tight, okay? So I want you to stand tall, shoulders stacked over your hips. Think about engaging your center and lifting through your thighs, please. So we're nice and tall. We have a tall frame. Shoulders are rolled down and back. It's almost like a little toy soldier. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So we did the front. That's what comes next. The back. We worked our inner thighs, lifting the front. Now we're going to do the same thing, but to the back. Okay. So it's a glute lift. bent knee, lift, squeeze. We're using your booty, lift and squeeze, okay? So you can even put your hands there, you're allowed to, and feel the muscles working. You feel them lifting. It's totally an area that I would like to focus on and work on. I'm gonna squeeze and lift. Lift and squeeze. These are all very challenging for me. Hips are so tight. The reason why I'm not a ballet dancer, I know that. Just one of them. 5 more seconds, and then we're gonna go front, back, and we're gonna alternate legs, okay? So we're gonna go front, tap, back, switch legs. Front, tap, back, switch legs. I'm gonna get a little between me and the camera. Front, tap, back, front, tap, back. And if you don't want to tap in between, practice your balance. Don't tap in between. So all your hips right here. You feel as we're going through this that they're loosening up. They're getting nice and warm so that when we go to stretch, we'll be able to really lengthen them. Okay, it's starting to feel good now. It was really tight. And now I'm starting to really feel loose and like I can do it. Maybe I will make the Nutcracker, this audition. Your core is tight the whole time. Are we still doing that? Shoulders stacked over your hips. All right, we're gonna head into our stability section. So a little more balance work. You're gonna take your right leg forward, your left arm, your left arm up. I didn't get a freeze there. A little pop up on my screen. Okay, right leg forward, left arm up. We're gonna lunge down and back, and then step up. So stay on the same leg. Arm stays overhead, and your balance, step up in your front heel. Shoulders stay stacked over your hips as you come down and back, or drawn in. Back leg is there for balance. Try to think about keeping your abs tight as you step up. Try to think about using the back of your leg as you push into the ground and step up. We are going to come down to the ground next. You have 2 options-ish, maybe more than 2. We're coming down to a side plank or a 3-point. The same 3-point we did last time, okay? So it's actually more like a flip. So let's come down to our right side. You're going to either come down to your knee in a side plank, your toe in a side plank, or you're gonna flip with me here, okay? So my right hand is down, my knee is down, and the ball of my back foot is behind me, okay? If you can, I'd like you here, okay? Those are your options. Side plank on your knee or toe. 3-point on your knee, or 3-point on your toe like me. Back foot, ball of the foot is down, that back leg is bent, your leg underneath, straight. We're only here for 15 more seconds, so hold it with me. And we're gonna sit down on our bottoms, okay? You got 10 more. Push your palm of your hand into the ground. Let everything shake. I'm shaking. 3, 2, 1, sit. Okay. Oh my goodness. Right arm is gonna reach towards the sky. We have a V with our legs, okay? We have a reaching sit up. You can use your opposite hand. Let me turn myself this way. You can see it. This opposite hand is helping me up if I need it, okay? One more angle. You fell down. You give me your hand, and I help pull you up, but I'm not there. So you've got to pull yourself up, okay? Now I said to use your right hand up. Hopefully you did. If not, that's okay. You'll just have to do the opposite the next time through. Okay, so we're coming to here, reaching tall. Your hand stays pointed towards the ceiling the whole time. We're We're gonna try to use our abdominals as we come down controlled and as we come up controlled. Now we're gonna add on from here. You're gonna come all the way down, all the way up. You're gonna bend this foot that has the hand in the air, and you're gonna lift. Okay, let's do it again. All the way down, and in fact, if you wanna keep this leg bent the whole time you can, it's a little bit harder. And then you're gonna lift and lower, almost like a reverse plank, okay? So it's my right hand in the air, my right knee bends, and I lift and lower, okay? If it's too much, continue to stay here, okay? And then maybe you're just gonna do a little lift like this, just to practice, just to kind of get yourself used to it, okay? Maybe a little lift, otherwise it's hips up. Good core work right here, okay? All right, let's go ahead and switch and do the other side. So now, I'm coming to my left hand, and you're either on side plank, knee or toe, or you're in this 3-point on your knee, ball of your foot's behind you, okay? This feels so much more comfortable than up on my toe, but I'm gonna challenge myself today, and I'm gonna come up on the side blade of my foot, and keep the ball of my foot behind me, lift up and just do it, okay? This is essentially what we used to do as a Hyo flip when we did them. It's kind of like what we do in Soul Fusion when we flip over, sit down, and twist, okay? So it's not too far off of what we've already been doing. And like I said, we did it last 2 weeks, I think, in my class, so. Whew. Let it shake for 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, sit down. We now have our left arm up in the air. V with our legs. Other hand is here to help reach us up, okay? It's there to assist us as we use our abdominals to pull up. If you find yourself jumping like this, you're not going to fully utilize your muscles, okay? And if you find yourself jumping like this and then slopping down, again, you're not controlled here. So I want you to take your time. I want you to push past that threshold. Use your other hand to help push you up if you need to. And then let it help you guide you down controlled. Super slow. This is not about fast reps. This is about control right now. Everybody says, I want a stronger core. Well, you gotta make sure you're doing it correctly. Okay, speed is not the answer when it comes to your abs, just so you know. All right, so we're gonna try all the way up, which means that your left knee is gonna bend, okay? When you come up, and then hips up, tummy up, butt tucks under, just like when we do a bridge, except one leg is straight, okay? Definitely use your hands to help you up, and then anchor your hand into the ground as you lift up. So stability, you're stabilizing yourself on your feet and your hand here, okay? We're almost there, stay with me. Then we've got some side plank work to do. We'll move on to flexibility. One more of these. If you've got one more in you, awesome. Okay, we're gonna head down to our right side. This one's a little more challenging, okay? Not gonna lie. On your knee or on the blade of your foot, we're gonna go knee pull, kick, knee pull, kick. So if you find you need to come to your knee for this, come to your knee, pull, kick, okay? Just make sure your shoulder to your knee are in a straight line. And if you're on your feet, you're in a straight line from head, bottom of your feet, okay? 10 more seconds here, and then we're gonna switch and do the other side. Lift your hip, work your oblique. Now, worst case, you're here, right? And you're just side plank hold. And you did a lot of side plank holds then during this section. Go ahead and lower down, let's switch sides. And that's okay. I'm gonna go this angle. So on your knee or on your toe, knee pull. Kick like an alligator crunch, okay? Point your toe. And when you're ready, try it on your feet, okay? You're over halfway there. I know this is a lot. I said this is going to be challenging. I don't lie, you guys. I tell you the truth. It's going to be challenging as I fall over. All right, I'm going to take my knee. I stabilize the balance a little better in my knee so I can focus on my core, okay? Does that make sense? Are you ready to stretch? I totally am. All right, sitting down. Heels on the ground. We're in kind of this V position, okay? Whew. Breathe. We're gonna hold on to the back of our thighs. And we're gonna round, roll back, and lift up, okay? So you're using this to round out your spine. See, curve out. It's just like we do in soul fusion class, but this time you're stretching as you roll back, and you're anchoring yourself on your thighs. Okay, so hollow out, C curve, roll back, reach up tall with your chest. Exhale, and lift. Doing so good. Exhale, and lift. Oh my gosh, I forgot to do one thing. You guys don't care though, do you? I forgot. Sit right there, don't move. We're not going to do it. Forgot to do our lunges on the other side, so you're going to walk lopsided tomorrow. Sorry. I know you don't care. All right. Oops. If you feel like you're going to be lopsided, you can do about 15 of them when we're done, okay, at the end of class. We're going to take our nice framed out T arms, and we're going to reach opposite foot, opposite hand, okay? Lean forward, tall chest. Proud chest, tall spine. Well, that works better. Reach, turn, twist towards your opposite foot. That feels good. If you want to stay here, hold a little longer. That's fine. Remember, your chin is up and your chest comes towards your knee. Lengthen the back of your leg. Okay, so remember when we did the rear lunge, it was your right leg down, left arm up in the air. That's the one that I missed on the left side. So if you want to go back and do it, go. I'm not. I'm good. I'm going to take my chances of being lopsided tomorrow. Okay, next up. Bend one leg. Fold forward with your T arms, then switch. Bend. And then switch, okay? So we've got this nice T frame. I call it a T. Our body's making a T. And we've got a hamstring stretch with a bent leg. Chest comes forward, chin stays up. So we warmed up the hips, we warmed up the core, and now we're stretching out our hips and the back of our legs. I'm sweating here. We did a good job. Shoulders are starting to feel really warm. We're going to give a break in 10 seconds, okay? So try one more stretch on the other leg, or even yourself out if you really need to. And then we're going to take hands on the ankles, feet to feet, and butterfly. Okay, roll your shoulders down and back, proud chest and tall spine. I keep saying that, proud chest, tall spine. I mean it, stick out your chest. Shoulder blades pull back behind you, and then lean forward with your whole torso. Really tall posture, and open up your hips. You can take your elbows to your thighs. So most of the time when we're in butterfly, we find ourselves like this, hunched over. We're not doing that today. I want you to roll your shoulders down and back, flat, Fall back, okay? Everything should be in a line, and then lean forward. Try to draw your knees down to the floor. Elbows can be there to help you. Shoulders out of the ears. 10 more seconds here, and then we're going into mermaids. When you head into mermaid, you can either flow through it or hold the pose. Okay, so let's take right leg forward, left leg back. So we're in a 90-90 position here with our legs. Your right arm goes behind you, your left arm reaches up. We're lifting hips to the ceiling, tucking the tailbone under, arching back. You can either hold it or you can come down and up at your own pace. If you want to do a little bit of both. It really stretches out the hip flexor all the way up through your torso, your midsection. So if you have tight obliques or abdominals, you have tight hip flexors, which you might, this should be a great stretch for you. Tuck your tailbone under. And then get ready, let's switch sides. Sit all the way down, flip your legs, your best breakdance move here. 90-90, left hand comes behind you, left leg is forward, right hand reaches. Remember, you can flip your palm, palm up, palm down, which works better for you. Lower hold. Pretend like there's strings pulling your hips up. Tuck your belly up, or tuck your butt under, and abdominals to the ceiling. Really, all the way down on our backs next. We got 4 more seconds. Drop to your bottom. Lay down. I'm going to go side profile on this one. Arms come out, knees bend. We're going to go side, center, kick, side, center, kick. All right, so just a little torso twist, extend. Drop your knees as far as they go down. I'm going to say try not to tap the ground with your knees though. Try just hover a little bit so you can pull yourself back. Kick. Open your spine. Your shoulder on the ground. Kick. So that's what I'm going to say. Only drop your knees enough and keep your shoulders on the ground. Okay. We're going to flip over to our stomachs now. 3 more things to do before I say goodbye to you, okay? So roll all the way over to your stomach. We're gonna reach our right arm forward on our bellies. As far as you can, reach it, reach it, reach it. And then switch into the other side. Walk your other hand forward, reach as far as you can. Try to grip the ground with your fingertips. And then switch. So we're just alternating sides here. Okay, reaching. So it feels like your armpit's lengthening. And switch into the other side. All right, take your own pace now. Hold as long as you need to hold, and release when you need to release and switch. For some of you, this might be a new one. You might be like, oh my gosh, wow, yeah. Feels really good on the chest and the shoulders. Your lats down the side of your rib cage. And speaking of lats, here we go. We've got a little bit of a swan to do next, okay? So we're going to take our fingertips towards our toes. Lift your chest, hands behind the back. Now fingertips to toes. Reach forward, hands down, forehead down. Lift, reach. You're swimming now. You're a swan. How appropriate. We end with swan. One more move, really. It'll actually be even more appropriate what we end in. We're talking about the Nutcracker. So we're swooping our arms around, releasing when we get to our forehead, hands on the ground, okay? Otherwise, it's lifting using your back, opening up shoulder blades, or opening up your chest, shoulder blades squeeze together. Release all the way down. We are in a narrow child's pose. We should end in child's pose, the little girl, kids in the Nutcracker, okay? So narrow means our knees are together, if you can, okay? We're gonna take our hands back by our toes, lay ourselves down on our thighs, and forehead to the ground if you can. We're just gonna lay here and breathe. In our nice little fetal position, child's pose, narrow child's pose, and dream yourself back to sleep, my little sugar plum fairies. Nice deep breaths. Hopefully you feel more relaxed and looser than when you started today. You're not as stiff. You're ready to take on the rest of the day. You're ready to fuel your body with good food and drink a lot of water. Hopefully you're a little bit more relaxed. Some of the stress or anxiety you might be feeling is out of the way for now. Take 2 more deep breaths here. And exhale. 1 more. Inhale, blow it out of your mouth like you're blowing out of a straw. Release your hands to all fours. You're gonna curl your toes under, down dog. Either walk your feet to your hands to your feet, roll it on up. Let the blood, circulate. If you're seeing stars, gather yourself. Thank you so much. Take your bow. Thanks for joining me and just playing along. It was fun. I'll see you back here tomorrow. We've got lift class, and I told you it's going to be core centric, core focused. We actually only need like a light or moderate dumbbell. I think like 1. I'm probably going to grab my 5 and my 8 for tomorrow. Let me look at it. Yeah, I might use a heavier weight. We have renegade rows. I might have a heavier weight for that, but otherwise, pretty much, yeah, 5 or an 8 tomorrow. Both I'm going to have, just to be ready to move. I'll see you then. Bye, guys.